We're live. No, we're not. Well, we're live here, so I'm gonna try to get this mic to work in my
If you want
favor.
to join the YouTube channel, it's down here at the bottom.
Over there on the eastern side, like China, over there,
I can if you want the light on.
right? And the stone, also like the onyx, stuff like that, again, come from the eastern part of the country now. So they
I couldn't make it.
as well as yoga.
I was gonna set the
The
ring light and stuff.
meditation and release the tension and energy. So.
That's what I was kind of doing.
Take blocks and shake it and throw it up in the room. They,
Alright. So let me go live to see if I can hear you guys.
adopted the stones, and they have adopted yoga, and they have adopted beads, right? So now they're saying, well, because people have not adopted these stones.
Tonight we're talking about
the person who's teaching
Battle of the Sexes. So we're gonna talk about women.
So you don't know
And
exactly
whatever y'all want to talk about,
So therefore, you.
just put it in the comments.
Okay. But to me, then that means you can't do it.
So if y'all have anything y'all want to talk about, put it in the comments and we'll answer or ask on what happened.
To me, in my opinion, if you want to take it that far, then the Easter, the Christmas, all these pagan holidays.
All right, y'all ready?
You want to take it?
No, you're fine.
I'm gonna scoop this over here.
Just setting up, y'all. All right.
That's the name of the motherfucker?
Sorry, y'all. Here's the mic.
Okay, ugly is a good place to start. Because you can't get no worse than that. Broke and ugly? That's a bad combination.
Real bad.
I mean, because think about it, you're always ugly to somebody,
Hello.
You are always ugly to somebody.
and you're broke to somebody too.
Okay. And you know what? I can take that explanation.
You know,
I can take that.
I'm trying not to like block your live while I do this.
All right. Ready?
Okay.
So we're missing a couple people, you guys.
Confused. 3. The other half.
So we're gonna get started with us. So what question are we asking?
Well, so this is let me set the premise up.
Set the premise.
yeah,
Let me set the premise up as to why we're doing. That's why I put he, she, we,
They.
and they. And why? Because us women have been congregating in our own circle, and me and lady have been congregating in their own circle, and we have either bitch, moan, or complain, right?
All the way up.
right.
All the above. And for the men, I feel like this is a heightened awareness based upon a few selected Black men who has said it's time for y'all to rise. Rise.
Rise to.
And speak about your manhood.
Uh-huh.
And speak about your leadership. And don't
Uh-huh.
forget that you are the king of the castle.
All right.
Put your foot down and put it where it's supposed to be, on our necks.
Keep it down.
Because that's what they're saying.
Keep it up.
Put your foot on her neck.
Keep it
Put
up.
the foot on their necks because we, as Black women, are doing way too much.
Yeah.
Way too much.
Yeah.
We're out of control.
We out of control.
Oh.
And it's time for y'all to pull in the rank.
Bring it in, baby.
Okay?
Yeah, I can know why. You know why?
So,
Little wrap it up.
a little razzle, just a little sprinkle.
Little.
Little sprinkle.
Little wrap it out here and there.
So, we women have been congregated and say, how dare you take what we have worked so hard for independence. How dare you take that from us when, if you look at the African American households, the person who makes the most money and 60% of the households is the woman.
Well,
Okay,
Yeah, I get that.
you get that? Okay,
Mhm.
so somebody got to make the money,
there you go.
right?
Uh-huh.
And in addition to that, we have been it's inbred in our brains.
Yeah.
From our mothers, our aunties, our cousins, our friends alike. As we were growing up, listen, you need to be that woman who is self-sufficient, can take care of your own, don't never depend on the man for financial means, and be able to be prepared for whatever and whenever.
Right.
So if that man walk out that door today, you will be okay financially support your family.
Okay.
Okay, because what they had endured is staying in a marriage or relationship for financial needs,
Right.
Yeah.
staying for the sake of the kids, which is always should be number one
Right.
priority, right?
Yeah.
But in addition to that, we had accepted our men to be chest and molesters, for our
Oh.
men to be abusive, physically, emotionally, okay, psychologically.
Mm-hmm.
We stayed in that environment for the sake
The
of
children.
yes.
Okay, I get that,
And
but
so they have passed on the message that we have to be self-sufficient and different from who they are.
right.
So my question is, in general, and let me say this, because the reason why we have a couple people absent, it ain't because there's an emergency. It is because of the fact that they felt that they would be having to share their own personal experience. And
Right.
that's not the purpose of this conversation.
Right.
The
Right.
purpose of the conversation is to be able to understand each person's perspective of not what you're personally going through, but experiences and conversations that you are having with your peers. Because we are having it, and we are having it more than usual,
That's true.
right?
Yeah.
So for the man who's scared
They had
to
these
come
con-
on
they had these conversations.
to have these conversations, it is not to attack you, number one. It is not for you to share your personal experience. You're
Right.
not gonna sit here and say, well, what have you done? What did you do?
Mhm.
Because and honestly, I want to be able to create a platform where we can understand each other.
Right.
Right?
Be the common ground.
Right. So they say women are from where?
Venus.
Venus, and men are from
Mars.
Mars. So how can we be on the same planet and be cohesive?
Right.
That is what I want.
Right.
I don't want to know your business. I don't want to know who you've been to bed with last night. I don't know what you want to do this morning. I don't want to know any of that. I want to know from a male's perspective, what have you heard and what have you seen to help us women, and then vice versa.
Right.
So for the men who we asked to come on this panel, this is the intention. I don't want to know your personal business. I do not want to know what you did today or yesterday or last year.
Right.
I don't want to know how many women's you have. And that's another thing. We have accepted the norm of women being a one of many.
Okay. Right.
Who accepted that?
I mean,
A lot, and we accept it being a norm. It's like
in today's world.
in today's world, we're not accepted being okay, but we have accepted it to accept it. That you giving your man a pass, not just one time, but several times, because it is accepted, because we don't water down sex so much and intimacy so much via social media, via the ish that we wear,
Yeah.
the BBL surgeries that we have, and we want everybody in the world to see it. So we created this environment, right?
Okay.
So I want to get to the foundation of things. How can we change each other for the better?
Here you go.
I feel like today's world has really became a sex fuel environment
Mm-hmm.
with everything going on now. I mean, like, if you go on Twitter right now and you scroll down Twitter, I mean, you're gonna see more porn than anything. You know,
Ooh.
I think now the fact that sex is everywhere and is now becoming the normal, that I think it became such a big normal that is devalued.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
It's the value now. So it's like, what is it a value now? If you are, let's say, a single person or a person that's in a relationship that's been in a relationship for years, and the way the sex goes now, it's like it's no longer meaningful to a certain extent now because it's everywhere. You can touch it, you can grab it. It's to your fingertips now.
Because you made it so easy for y'all to get it.
Right,
Same thing.
right, right. I mean, I posted something on Instagram I think last week. It said a guy asked a female want a man to go by, let's say, the old school rules.
Mhm.
You know, that 90-day wait period, right? So the question is this: what if 90 days I gotta wait 90 days to, have sex with you or whatever? Can you wait 90 days for me not spend no money on you? Like, that's the question, because now it's like, in order for me to courtship you, I have to spend money on you. I have to. I gotta spend money on you and wait 90 days. What if 90 days come and I spend money? It's not guaranteed that I'll even get it. It's not even guaranteed that I will get it. But at the same time, I gotta courtship you and I gotta court you and spending money. What if for 90 days we sit and talk to each other every day? Every day. Just talk. Every day for straight 90 days, we take, let's say, 15 minutes out on schedule and talk. Just straight talk, 15 minutes. For 90 days, instead of me having to take you somewhere to sit you down that's good for you to sit down there. You know, some females, I can't go that. No, you got to find some place to take me. So I got to pick somewhere that you preference, that you like to courtship you. And I got to spend money just to courtship you, meaning that I'm not getting anything out of it. I'm spending money to get to know you.
You saying that to say what?
A lot of guys won't go down that road no more because it's easier other places. So when you find that one female that has them standards in today's world, guys are like, you tripping, girl, I'm not gonna do that. So it's like, do you really work for what you're getting to a certain extent?
Okay, so you're saying that today's society, the typical woman,
Today's woman, typical.
Damn, typical? Now we typical and ain't
Typical.
it ain't the outsiders.
They want you to
typical?
spend X amount of dollars.
Right.
They not giving up no ass.
Right.
And it's
but that's never part of the bargain. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like that's never talking. That's
so
never.
So the man's a predator.
Right, they hunt.
They hunt.
Right.
Right. And we are pretty much the sheep. Right.
Right.
So if you're the predator and you're hunting, that's old school. That's pretty much how it goes. These traditional new women have taken it as if I got my BBL, I got this outside, it looks great. I ain't got none in my head. I ain't got the first bit of common sense, but I look good.
Right.
So you should spend your money on me.
Basically, that's how it is.
Right. Versus you have us seasoned women.
Right.
I got my own money. You got to eat, I got to eat. I have no problem in dating. I have no problem. You pay for one date, I pay for the next date. I'm just going to talk about myself because I can't talk about y'all. Y'all get a little touchy feeling. So if I got my own already coming in, I need you to meet me where I'm at. So our problem is you can't even meet me where I'm at.
But it's different from you're talking to a seasoned woman and,
But you said
today's
typical.
woman.
Okay,
And the reason
so
what's the difference is
What's the difference
the difference
well,
is
why don't y'all go after the seasoned women and not these typical? So what you looking for?
that's every different man. I mean, the reason why I say it's a difference between a seasoned woman and I'm gonna say like today's quote unquote today's women is the fact that
First of all, they're not women.
what? Yeah,
Those girls.
but see, a seasoned woman will have that conversation.
Right. And then, but I come off as bougie or too masculine if I'm telling you, hey, I'm gonna make all the plans. You're gonna show up. I'm gonna pay for the date.
No.
So we gonna cut that narrative out. I don't want you to spend. You don't have to spend
To a
your
man
money at
that-
all. We can go 50-50 from the. We can have a conversation. Okay, let's start from the beginning. A seasoned woman. We're gonna sit down and have a conversation. Right, conversation first.
Right.
Right. We're gonna get to know what you like. I like. We like all of that. Right.
Right.
We're gonna go out. We're gonna agree to go out. Right.
Right.
A few times.
Now that kind of right there,
Right.
that part right there.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's when it's different. Why? Because a seasoned woman will really sit there and talk to you and explain to you. Okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
Today's woman
Because
won't.
I don't have time to waste. I'm
But
near
today's won't.
50.
They won't. You know what they do? Okay, so where we going?
Yeah. What we gonna eat at?
So we're going to eat that.
So I can take your ass to
And,
Popeyes
and that's where it'll stop at.
So what's attractive to y'all when it comes to a seasoned woman versus a young lady?
If y'all have any questions,
Because that's a young lady that is still trying to learn her worth,
Right.
her self-worth, right?
But you'll be surprised. And the crazy thing about it is the fact that you'll be surprised. A lot of it's not really young women.
yeah.
I
So
mean, I'm just trying to say that, but okay.
Yeah.
it's
Young-minded.
Yeah, it's
Let's say
young-minded.
young-minded because it's hard to put an age limit on that right there because, like, I'm pretty sure y'all ladies know guys that's you guys age and older than y'all that's around here 21, 22 years old.
correct.
And they come in my office a lot lately.
Shh. Hey.
You're not supposed to say that.
But at the same time, I mean, I think it really comes down to that person's preference and what that
Okay.
person's looking for.
Okay.
Now is a person
Their
out here dating to date
Uh-huh.
or are they dating to
To screw.
To screw.
Because
It's a
they
difference.
say they dating to date. Are you dating to see who you gonna put in your camp in your Rolodex next?
Yeah.
Right.
That's why you really got to
What?
find out what
Okay.
the person
What you about? Right.
right.
So if that's your premise, that's what you about. Say that. That y'all. Some of y'all, we're gonna say all of y'all. Most of y'all will go all around the moon to get to the earth. Right? You're gonna tell me all this nice fluffy crap to get to the earth. We women the earth. You're gonna tell me I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I think we should do this. I like this about you, da da da. Instead of saying, hey, you know what? I'm out here. I'm just having I just want to have a fun time. I just want to date and see who I get to meet. If something happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't.
And there are some men who see that.
It is.
That's
There
okay.
are-
And they're frowned upon. They're frowned upon.
They're frowned upon. That's the reason why.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why a guy won't say that is because if a guy typically comes out and say that, what's the normal reaction to a female?
You're a hoe.
There you go. There you go.
But he's telling you.
Because I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because a guy he won't say that to a female that he really wants to get.
It's not.
He won't sit there and tell the truth to a female that he really likes. He really like, I want her bad. I'm not gonna sit and tell like, baby girl, I like you real bad, but I just want to just date you and just see where it goes. I ain't trying to be locked down.
Mhm.
What do you think? What? That's out of 10 he's gonna be like, no. No.
But okay.
Because
So
no matter
vice
what
versa.
because you're right, because the first thing she gonna think is, you think I'm a hoe.
Right.
You think I'm a hoe. You think I'm one of these little girls out here.
Mhm.
So that's why a guy's not really gonna come up and say that because, far as just and not even a lot of guys won't even do that. Just experience as far as just common sense to a certain extent with a guy like that. That like a female. Like how many females? I can honestly say the 20 years I've been in this nightlife, I've never in my life had a female walk up to me like, you know what, City, I don't want to take you home tonight. Never. Why? Because what's 9 times out of 10? Well, it's kind of hard with that because of guy. But you'll be surprised. A lot of guys look at that crazy. Like, what you got? What you trying to give me? Like for real. Like a lot of guys
Okay.
won't go for that.
Okay, so you hit two valid points. One is when women
Being too truthful.
Okay, when women we want what we want, we
Honesty.
like what we like, and we approach you, you guys take it as aggressiveness or
We take it the way you ladies take it. The way you ladies take it. If a guy walk up to you and say that same thing in your mind, you already feel like he disrespected you because he's been trying you like that. He don't even know you like that. On the other end, as a guy, vice versa, a female come to a guy and say that the first thing I'm thinking like, baby girl, nah, you nasty.
Because I said, let me buy you a drink.
That's different. I mean, as far as small walks, like, hey, yo, I want to take you home tonight. Let's go.
Oh,
We'll go to the club.
But that's after the drink. So it's the same. It's the same Casanova
So
that you men do. Listen, my name is so and so. Can I buy you a drink? Then doing a drink, maybe that comment will come out.
And the last time a girl bought me a drink in the club Whispers. Saturday night, grown folks.
Oh, Whispers.
2000.
That's a long time ago.
I want to say 2009.
Okay,
2008?
so the other thing is women are spending money. They expect for money to be spent on them. Is that what y'all think?
I honestly depends on where you go.
Go where? Where we going?
What I mean for the atmosphere that you're in.
Okay, so you're in the nightlife. Okay, so we're gonna use networking events because you got a lot of networking events, and most of them come out here. They looking for dates too. They ain't just looking for business cards.
Right.
Let's put it out there. Right. So you got on your
that's what
your fine garments, and your business ain't even on some business. Right. So you coming out here, you passing out cards. Your business been closed.
Got your business cards though.
I got your cards though. I got your cards. I got your cards.
Like page and all.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It happened to me. Okay, so you give me your card, and sold me this whole kerfuffle of what you have because you know I'm on standard, right? I'm just speaking in generically.
Right.
I ain't gonna. I'm gonna take myself out of it. Generically. You know you got to come up with some standards.
Right.
She got a red bottoms on. She got a briefcase together.
Oh, that's one thing. A person definitely gonna look at a person before they walk up. They're gonna sign them up and down.
Right. They don't walk around 3 times.
Yeah.
And then come back and you still sitting.
Let me see who she came with. Okay, she ain't by herself. Okay, let me see.
Ain't nobody showing. Ain't no.
Okay, let me see.
Other sex came around yet. So I'm come around. Let me move in. So
slowly.
They don't shimmy over there.
That's what y'all do.
I don't go to network parties. I don't.
This is what he heard.
Right.
No. I'm not saying you. I'm not. Okay, when I say you, okay, let me say this. When I say you,
over there.
I'm talking about your friends and managers. That's not what you, because you're in the club setting, right?
I'm different now.
Now you're in a club setting. You see this happening. Do you see this happening?
Now, I'm gonna put me in this predicament. Me. I can't speak for every man. I can speak for me.
Ain't nobody down here got nothing to say.
Me, I can say this.
I know y'all know I'm telling you.
And I'm in the nightlife. If I'm in the club,
and
I see a female, right? I see a female that I think who's caught my eye. Let's say that. I'm gonna watch her. I'm gonna see who she came with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see who she danced with. I'm gonna see who she hang out with. I'm gonna watch all. I'm gonna watch her behavior in the club. I mean, that's just like what do ladies do? Ladies come in the club. I know good and well y'all look at guys, right?
Yeah.
And y'all check them head to toe. My mom always told me 2 things about a man. A female look is his shoes and his smile.
Yeah.
Yes. And hands. Make sure your hands is clean. You got dirty hands.
Manicure is very important. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it just comes down to today's world. I mean, I think today's world, we look so much on the imaging, the outside before, and that's what we go off of.
Yeah. Okay. So that's them young folks. You talk about seasoned people. Seasoned folks. We go off of not just your mouth moving, your actions.
Actions speak louder than words.
So if you telling me, hey, I got all this lined up, right?
Right.
And I see the line getting you color outside the line. Now you're going over this way, sir.
Okay.
And then we talk about red flags, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The red flag would be, hey, you done gave me your business card, but I don't research your business because I'm gonna do that.
You'll look it up.
I'm gonna look it up.
See if it's active or inactive.
Are you in debt, sir? Or you don't have 5 businesses in your name? Because you look that up too. You don't have 5 businesses and none of them successful. Are you just out here serial dating successful people so you can get meals too? Is that what you're doing? Because y'all do that too. So, if you were doing your research as an older person, as you should, and not just out here just doing anything, and we ask y'all these questions, so we don't went on a couple of days, we went on a few days. So where's this going? That's the first thing. Season I'm going to ask. Hey,
what are you looking for?
What you looking for?
Where do you hope this goes? Where are you trying to go?
Do you just want to be intermediate, or you want to take this to
Another
towards
right.
the next step? 9 times out of 10, I don't know.
He gonna lie.
He gonna lie.
He gonna lie.
He gonna say
He gonna lie.
He gonna lie?
He gonna lie.
No.
He going to lie. He gonna lie.
You don't
He
lie.
gonna lie. He gonna lie.
So y'all hear that? They
He
gonna
gonna
lie.
Not.
Because he don't want to hurt your feelings.
Yeah. I
Is it
mean,
feelings or you have a goal to attain, and that is to get the woman in?
maybe for. I mean, I guess. I mean, I think it varies. Because some guys might feel, like you say, you met her at a networking business event. Some guys might feel like she's over his league. You know, she's more than what he can expect. He's knowing the fact that if she really finds out the truth about him, she's more like, nah, no thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, some guys just feel like, you know, they don't say everything on the first date. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not, which is fine, but I said not everything that a guy's gonna say is a lie when you ask him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but maybe at the beginning, he might want to tell you something that you might want to hear to keep this conversation going and keep you interested.
Okay.
So, like I said, it varies. It really varies.
You're correct. I think it boils down to you and what you require.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all women. I'm gonna talk about me. I'm gonna talk about women. Y'all requirements don't meet your standards. So if you require him to have this and you don't have that, that's not this. You're here and he's here, and you're saying, "Oh well, I can meet you there, but I'm fine.
What
I had this BBL done."
what does that looks like? I think that is what the younger women don't understand. What is
Right.
that?
For myself, I'm going to say if I require you to be successful, am I successful? I mean, not necessarily money wise. I'm saying my goals are in line. I got my credit together. I'm not worried about them coming to take my car tomorrow. I don't live with my grandma. I don't sleep on the sofa. I'm successful.
Right.
And you're requiring this man to drive a Beamer. He got to be making 6 figures. He got to be doing this and that. And you're not even established yet, right? You're coming into your own, but you haven't arrived yet. But your standards are here.
Okay. Well, can I say this from having
Conversations.
have a conversation and looking at social media, the comments that men are making when it comes to us women, they don't care about our career. They don't care about the jobs or how much money we're making. All they care about is, can you be my soulmate?
What?
And can you complete me?
What?
And that does not include your career. So we women take our career as if that is a standard for a man to be attracted to. And men, for the most part, are not attracted to our careers.
Correct.
They're attracted to who we are. But we as women, we sometimes put our career as our armor and say that I am this woman. You be roared. Right. And so you should want me because of what I'm bringing to the table, when majority of the time a man just want you.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll use myself for example. So I figure I am the table. Right? I'm already a table. I don't need to add or take away anything at this point in my life. I'm there. Right? So you got your own lifestyle. We all have our own lifestyle that when you're seasoned, right? Most of us. And we have a group of friends, and we know a few folks. So when you're out here dating, you're presenting your best self. You ain't out here, acting an ass. You're not cussing people out. You ain't got an attitude. You're
on your best behavior.
You're on your best behavior.
All right.
So you meet somebody, they on their best behavior. The communication is, it's all ha ha, he he, ha ha, until about 4, 6, 7 months down the line, right? That's when you get to start knowing people.
Right.
You ain't doing your investigation. And then realize, well, hell, I should have been asking these questions 2 months in.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Are you saying that because I'm still talking about the premise on men stating that they don't care about our careers.
They don't.
So what is it that men want from us? If career is not what you guys are looking for, you just want us. What is it about us that you want us to bring to the table? What is it? Like, what have you heard? What is men saying? Because this is the topic of every damn
Beauty
man
shop talk.
podcast. Every
Yeah.
man podcast. I don't give a damn about
They
your
don't know
career.
it. They don't know
I don't
that
give a damn
wrong.
about how much money you're making. I don't give a damn about this and the other. As a matter of fact, they would sit there. I saw one podcast where a man had asked a woman what kind of car she liked, what model, what year. And when it came to him asking her, what
That's
you
all
as a woman
that's
can
all.
you bring to the table, the woman didn't, all she talked about was her career.
Yeah. And her success.
And the man said, and that's not what we want. Right.
Right.
So what is it that you want from us as women to bring to the table if career is not one of
Anybody
them?
down there?
You know the reason
answer that
why?
too?
Is because in today's world, I mean, like you saying, I watch some of the podcasts. It's like now, when you meet a female, you know, you don't really. They're not how we say in today's world. Females are too strong.
Mm-hmm.
You don't, because she don't give off that feminine side, so we don't see it.
What's not giving off the feminine side? Is it that we're too direct? Is it that we're too aggressive? What is that feminine side?
I
Is he
mean,
like raw, like all up on you,
No.
or it's like, listen, I can buy my own drink? What is it?
I think it's the independence.
Or do you is that we assert the independence, like you feel that
That
we're
vibe coming off.
that vibe that
Yeah.
we're independent? Is that what it is?
And I've been told a lot of older women are arrogant.
Yeah.
Like they know they got their shit together, so I'm just gonna walk around with my nose in the air because.
But
I
see,
can't.
so that's the thing. What we as women walking around like we got our ish together.
Yeah.
Our ish is on what men are seeing is only our pockets.
Correct.
It's not our femininity.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Because if he's saying that we bringing off masculine vibes,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
we're feeling like we giving off independence.
Right.
So
But you
where is
dressing it up.
but where's the disconnect?
Same thing, two different outlooks.
Right.
I mean, because I feel like when it comes up, like what you say, I mean, when you meet a female today, you know, 9 out of 10, like they're gonna talk about their job, they're gonna talk about their careers,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Not until you really, like you say, not until you get into it, it's almost like peeling back an onion.
Mm-hmm.
But who brings up the topic of what do you do for a living? We have made it such a norm that we say my name
You
is
don't even have to-
Crochet. I
you know
am a
why?
nurse practitioner. I don't do that. But
Right.
what I'm
You know
saying
why? You
is
don't have
that
to.
that is the second comment that we make. Now both men and women.
Yeah.
Both men and
I do
women.
such and such.
Because
you know
I do
why?
such and such. I do
Because-
such and such.
Because you know what, in today's world, if a person's doing something and they're good at it, or their career, they finding it everywhere. It's everywhere. I can go on your page, not your, I can go,
You can do it on my page. On my page and what?
no, not your, but on a female's page. But on a female's page, let's say
Yeah.
if she's an
Well, she's a man's
entrepreneur.
pick.
You can,
No. I mean, for the other female,
Yeah.
like if I go on your female, I can already tell just for your picture do real estate. Every other picture is a real estate. Other pictures are real estate.
okay.
So like I don't have to ask you a question because I know what you are already.
Okay, but is that a personal or business page?
A lot of people-
Absolutely right.
That's true.
So I'm
But
gonna read this. Hold on, y'all.
some of it is a lot of people.
So this is a male, and he says he wants a boss who knows how to be a business partner, right? And then he said emotionally and mentally we can connect, but as two bosses, we know how to get this money, and as partners, we know how to get money together because we both can mesh when it comes to roles, whatever that requires. Relationships are part business agreements.
Okay, so
Period.
he is one in the few
They understand.
that understand what we women are today.
Yeah.
What we bring to the table.
Right.
I'm talking
What
about
society has.
I'm
ruined
talking
us.
about the men who say they want their wife to be Claire Huxtable, to be
Oh,
able
that's
to be
dead.
a wife
That's dead.
and to be a boss once they leave that door. They want Claire Huxtable.
That's what y'all want? Y'all want Claire Huxtable?
Everything but Claire.
Because
I mean,
Claire
she
Huxtable's
was
a
boss,
lawyer
She was a lawyer
and a mother,
and a mother.
right?
I mean,
So once she hit the door, she had to become mom. Lawyer was out the
but I
door.
think but I mean that just comes down to every man has different values of what they want. I mean,
But how do you
That's
supposed to know that
unrealistic.
on the first couple of dates? If what is turning y'all off to say, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna put my brakes on that. What
But
is it that we're saying for you guys to go ahead and say, you know what, nah, she ain't it.
Because she's sleeping.
No, besides that, I'm not talking about that. I went, so this is what, because you're the only man in here, I'm so sorry.
What on here?
What I want women to understand what we are quote unquote doing wrong in regards to dating
'Cause we
and
doing some shit wrong.
communication. Because we're doing something wrong for you guys to have this conversation all day, every single day. Y'all put it on social media. Y'all put it on social
Is
media.
that male
Y'all talk
code?
about it in the barbershops. Y'all talk about it in the corner.
It may
Y'all
be male
talk
code.
about it
You
at
know
work.
they got this fucking male code.
We've been in clubs talking about it. Oh,
Okay,
we've been
so
in
y'all
clubs
talk about it
talking
in the bathroom. If y'all had time to
Y'all
talk
got
about it in the
male code?
bathroom.
I mean, basically what it comes down to is, I mean, not every man is looking for that Claire Huxtable. We're not looking for it, but you know what turns us on is the fact that you can be that person.
Yeah.
If you have to
A
be.
woman in the street and a freaking
So
sheep.
you
what?
have to be.
So what are we doing wrong for you to feel like that we can't be that woman? That's what I want to
Can you turn
ask.
the air down?
Maybe it's
I'm hot.
the actions.
Thank you, G.
The actions of what a female does.
Okay. Let's roll it. So you saying the actions of a female does. We don't got past
Because at the end of the day, a man can only go off of females' actions.
females' actions. Because really we are in charge and we are in charge. But we don't act like we're in charge.
Right.
Because we are. But we're gonna let y'all be the head. Right? Is that fact or not?
I think that can be a give and a pull.
Okay.
A give
So-
and a pull.
Now, back in the day, grandma and them, they were submissive.
Right.
Right? So they, hey, whatever, go ask your granddaddy. Whatever he said, baby, that's what I'm gonna do. Now they done turned into Jim Bob. He done screwed up. He done screwed up generations. So now I got to take the reins because you done fucked up the credit. You done messed up the house. We about to get everything took from us.
Gambling debt. Everything.
Right.
Right.
Because you supposed to miss flipping the income tax and we still ain't got no money. Right? So the woman had to take the reins.
Okay.
Babe, we're gonna talk about the 90s. The woman took the reins in the 90s.
Yeah, because
That's my opinion.
add the crackhead society.
Right,
Every man want to be a dope dealer.
Right.
And every man
A
want to be in
rapper,
the corner
a
or a
rapper.
rapper. And y'all end up
Sell
dead
clothes
because y'all want that quick, fast money.
Right,
While we at home trying to take care of children.
right. Bubble them and feed them and go to work with a piece of car that we had because he got the good car. Right.
Gotta keep the image up on.
Right. And that's when the independence role came in, right? Because we turned into latchkey kids.
Yes, we did turn latchkey.
Turned into latchkey kids. So we talking about a whole other subject can spin off what we turn our kids into, but we're gonna hold that one. All right. So now you got this independent women walking around out here from the 90s. And then we're gonna skip to the 2000s. Cause then they start busting it wide open at 17, 18, right? 20, 99, right, 99, 2000. Hey, you want to back that ass up, right? It turned up, it's the back that ass up age.
What's somebody say right now?
So we turned into the
Men expect us to be superwomen. It's exhausting working full time
and
and
work
then
right and support. I know that's right. Okay, so you got the back that ass up age. That's what we at now. 2000, we got rain.
There's too much going on. It's too much. No, the comment on his thing was a woman saying that men expect us to be superwomen. It's exhausting working full time. They come home and take care of the kids, cook and clean, etc.
Right, because our role doesn't change. Our traditional role as a woman does not change.
Correct.
So you guys want us to work and bring
Mhm.
home money and to be able to financially support
And then
the
be a porn star.
living, but you still want us to cook, clean, wash your clothes,
Mhm.
and take care of the kids, do their homework, do their tutoring,
Mhm.
take them to their sports events,
Mhm.
and this, that, and the other.
Mhm.
You guys come home, y'all work and come home.
And turn on Xbox.
You work and come home. So when we come home, our job is not done.
Right.
We still have to work. It's just
Do I do
domestic work.
Correct.
Okay.
So you want a domestic
But you gotta
woman.
find a partner for that. You
Right.
gotta make sure.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, that never changed. You're
Right.
right. A female role never changes once she is the household. Once she comes home, especially if they have kids.
Mhm.
Yeah, you take off that doctor's uniform, that lawyer uniform, and you put on that mom role.
Correct.
Right. Now, that's when it comes back to being a partnership. Because
Right.
like you say, I mean, you still gotta come home and play that mom role.
Mhm.
And at the end of the day, that's what people gonna look for. But at the end of the day, like, you gotta have a partner to help you with that.
Right. But you start off great. You got the baby.
Always start off great.
Okay, friend.
It
So
always
we're gonna
start
go
off
here. You got the baby. Start off great. The baby 1, 2, 3 years old. We in the household. Everything's going fine. You take the junior daycare. Start little league shit and all that other stuff. So we start arguing a little bit, and shit ain't going how it's supposed to go. So you know what? We're gonna separate. We're gonna go this house, this house. You gonna pick him up? I need to do it. You like that? He need this. You know what? I ain't got the money. I had to pay my rent in the car payment. I ain't got to pay that. So we had to figure it out, right?
Right.
So it's a whole bunch of figured out females out here. And then you got a whole bunch of dudes out here. You know what? I'm just holding it down and I'm going to do what I can for my jit when I can do for my jit.
It's funny that you said that because I saw again on social media 2 things, you and her, where the guy said, if you were a full-time dad in the household, you need to be a full-time dad outside of the household.
Right.
If whatever you were doing in that household to provide and be there for your kids, it doesn't change because you go into another house, another household, another family, right? So the FaceTiming twice a month, that ain't it. You want to go ahead and pick up your kids twice a month, that ain't it. So you end up being from a full-time dad to a part-time dad, but in your mind, you feel like I take care of my kids.
Right.
But what happened? You see what I'm saying? And then for you, I heard on social media as well, where the man said that we don't give enough women respect because in today's age, we expect our women to have a job or hold a career and still come home and be the submissive woman that we want them to be, but yet we don't help contribute to the household in order for our women to be submissive.
So selfish.
Women will come home, again, cook and clean, take care of the kids, right? Pay the bills, fight for the financing, correct? And the man go to work and come home.
Right.
And he said, and you claim that you want to be the protector of the family when really, who you protecting? Because no one has broken to the house since y'all been living in it. I'm telling you, the man said. That's what the man said. You saw that?
Yeah.
That's what the man said. No one has broken to your house. So who
Nobody ain't
protecting?
broken it out.
No one broke. So who were you protecting? So if that's the only role, and that's supposed to be the biggest role over everything that a woman does, that means you ain't doing nothing. That's essentially what he's saying.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of men feel because they have a job and come home and pay some of the bills that they're not supposed to help with the household duties. And then you got laughing emojis.
Okay.
That's old school.
Yes.
That's
what he said.
That's old school. That's really old school.
Right.
If a man just comes home and that's very old school.
Yeah.
Like,
so
that's definitely not.
till the spider show up.
Yeah. So yeah. Until the spider show up.
Hey, I'm gone.
Then the man.
Oh, frog.
Then the man.
And a mosquito. I'm scared
Frog
of
on the porch. Frog on the porch on the front door. You can't come inside.
Okay, these mosquitoes kind of look like flies.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm out of here.
You know what it is? So a lizard come in the house. Then
It was a mosquito biting me, right? It was a mosquito biting me last night. And I said, it's a mosquito over here. He said, the ray's right there. I said, but it's a mosquito in here. He said, so, but the ray is right there. But I want you to spray the ray.
Friend, I think you should just let that out.
That's for real.
Why can't you spray the ray? Why can't you spray the ray? You feel like you're gonna spray too much, or you're gonna do too much, or maybe it was just.
You know what? Essentially, I didn't even know
This
that.
the damn thing is stress, so she's not the person to use.
She's not.
She ain't.
Cause that.
Look, her
Dancing in distress.
husband gonna put air in her tire for her. She doesn't know how to put air in her tire, y'all. Not at all. Am I lying, friend?
I do not know how to put air in the tire.
All right. So
No, I don't.
don't use her for example, y'all. Don't use her. I don't know if they know how to change oil, change the tire.
You
All that.
you know the bike?
Yeah, I have.
Right.
And guess what? When I had my bike and we had caught a flat, my brothers fixed the flat. They patched up the
Don't
rubber
use
over
her.
the hole and pumped
Man,
it up. I
he
didn't have to
said
do that
man
either.
1, 0. Exactly. She ain't gonna look good right now, bro. Woo.
No. You in this rating.
I believe it.
You in this rating. You in this
Look,
rating.
this girl said she wanted the man to pick up the damn can of bread and spread.
Cancer next to
You
you.
want to see how his muscles look, friend? That's what it was.
No, but you
Baby,
know-
get it. It's somewhere.
Okay. So if
I like the way
I'm
you
in fair,
spread.
I would have sprayed too much, baby. I would have sprayed too much.
But you know what? I did not realize that I said that in with saying, so why you can't spray the red? I'm like,
Because you used to him coming to your rescue. But listen, okay, so
Okay.
let me give your husband props.
But that's
Okay.
something that you like in your husband to do. Though.
Right.
See, that's
So they have
different.
that communication. They have that legal. So most
Right.
niggas would be like, you know what? If you got fucking AAA, I pay for this shit every motherfucking month. You gonna figure it out. Excuse my French. So, but they've been married for how long?
24 years.
24 years, right?
That's black power,
And I
baby.
know my friend for about 14, some up in there. Her husband has always been the go-to. My
Always
friend
been that
really
person.
had to like do.
But that's
She
good.
work a lot though. Look,
That's y'all
she
yin
a wife. She got small kids.
That's yin and yang right
She
there.
worked how many jobs? 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
and
wow,
run
shit, damn tight.
and run the office and teach and all that. So they balance the
Right.
house. They have the house where it's balanced. He is the male provider,
Right.
and she is holding they're holding the household together
Gotcha.
like it's supposed to be whole, right?
Power Rangers, baby. Let's go.
Right. So it ain't too much she got to worry about when it comes to fixing shit,
Right.
because it's gonna be done. She just got to worry about what she got to worry about.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Our goals, ladies on him, our goals.
Mhm.
So if I just had to worry about what I had to worry about, nigga, what? Where's y'all at? What happened to you?
Because we had a flat tire, and I said,
Oh,
why
baby,
my
she had a
car
whole
red?
meltdown.
I did. I had a meltdown.
I got an air thing in my car, a jack and all that. I know how to change the
called
tire
him?
because my dad.
Yes,
She called,
I
and they
did.
live
Why have to go in
35 minutes away. No, she wanted her husband.
I want
And I think
It was 12:30 at night.
And I'm pretty sure it's not the base. But you know what? Okay, you know what?
Hey, listen.
Let me take myself out of it because you know why? I will honestly say, if my girl called me at that time of night and she had a foot
Okay.
and she sounded very.
And she went by herself though.
You're right. She went by herself.
Okay.
You know, I will consider it. I will look at all the options
And you said
before
her
I get
husband
up out
ain't
my
considering
bed. But
nothing.
if I get up out my bed to come, I'm out to come. I might come and cuss your ass out, but I'm
That's
gonna come.
fine. And you can do that.
Because I'm gonna
As
come.
you fixing my tire, you cuss it all.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you please fix my tire?
I'm gonna do it. I'm
We
gonna
over here across the street from the office. We wanted listen, Tom Shay said we over here in this dangerous area.
It's very
Girl!
dangerous. It's very dangerous.
And see, she made it
after
so.
dark, it's so dangerous.
I got my five.
I'm
I
from
got
the
a
west side,
five.
girl. I'm from the
I
west
got a
side.
gun,
Yeah.
tie eye, and it is lit over here.
Speaking of guns,
You're
July 1st.
Oh,
right. You got a
yeah.
concealment class?
Yeah.
No.
No,
you don't need
everybody can
concealment.
do it.
Oh, July 1st.
Yeah.
You don't
July
know
1st, you don't need a permit.
Oh, I can order compound and I have a concealment.
And you can keep it on yourself.
You
Long as
I'm
you
gonna
like
recommend
shit.
you have one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna recommend
You need to go to
get
classes though.
Because I can't, and for
Yeah,
everybody,
Yeah,
I
you
need to know how to shoot a gun.
Yeah.
I'm
You
gonna
need to go to classes.
gun. I don't
That's what I
need to shoot
wanna
stuff in the
I
eye.
will say, even though I'm a very independent individual, if I had a flat tire, I fixed it and came home, my husband would be upset with me for not calling.
Really?
Yes.
Now, I would be mad that you did not call me and tell me what's going on. Because
Right.
At the end of the day, like, I mean, you're my girl, you're my wife. I care about you. Baby, I got a flat tire. All right, yo, y'all good? Need me to come? No, we can take care of it. All right, let me know once y'all fix it and get in the car.
I felt like I was about to have a heart attack. I did not
She had
like
a
that.
whole milk. That's the
I
first
had
time
a
in 14
meltdown.
years. I know my friend a long time since the first time I seen her in bed.
Hold on.
I was like,
Here-
listen, you need
Here's
to
the
get
key
together.
question.
And he
Here's the
didn't even
How-
come rescue me.
Hell no, he had AAA.
To teach me a lesson.
AAA
I-
was on the way. I want to say,
and I
correct.
do, and I realize that, and I do, and I do. Yes, I do, babe. I depend on you a whole lot, and I thank you for everything that you do. Yes, I do.
Too much. I
Okay.
can't listen.
What happened though? What
I
happened?
scolded
What
her.
happened?
What
She had a
happened?
nail in the tire.
Did he come?
No, AAA was on the way. Look,
Now listen. Now
she
when
called
I-
AAA. AAA said we'll be there in 35 minutes. 35 to an hour. You know they give you an
Yeah,
estimate,
that shit wrong with that.
right? No, they actually did come in 35
They
minutes.
did, they did.
While he was on the phone, he said, "Go ahead, look for such and such." Da, 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 da. Listen, I had the damn time finna put the thing under the car.
Yes,
Hey.
the thing
The
that
jack,
lifts up the
jack.
car,
Hey,
whatever that is.
what the damn jack at in the tire?
Okay, now,
If
me tell you something.
I would have found the tie iron, it was
Listen,
over with.
who has a daughter, and I can tell you two things. I taught my daughter the first thing as soon as she had an age, when you learn how to change the tire and put air in the tire.
Yeah.
I had no man in my household to teach me none of
But
those
you
things.
from up north, so y'all didn't have
But
cars
did,
like
did
that,
your
right?
husband
Right,
teach
you
you?
okay?
Y'all
Thank
up
you.
north, so
So
y'all have
up
cars
north,
like
we can
that.
catch a bus every 5
A
minutes. We don't
bus,
have
a
to have
subway.
cars.
Did your husband try to teach you how to put air in the tire?
Huh?
Huh?
Maybe so.
Yeah. But listen, ain't nothing wrong with that. If you have somebody that's gonna meet you there, hey,
Crazy.
meet me
It's
there.
crazy.
If I ain't got to change my own tire, put air in my tire, hell, I just put air in my tires today. I ain't have no problem. Bus got right on out there, put the air in the tire, boom, we go.
I try to put air in the tire and the tire went flat.
Did it have a nail in it though?
It didn't have a nail in it. It just was low pressure.
Okay, so let me read some of these comments.
It
So,
went flat, put air in it.
hey,
It went
So-
flat, put it in it.
he said, he will come to your rescue, just throw that ass in a circle when you get home. Hey, I know that's right. Ass
Oh,
gonna be
if
in
I
a
ain't got up my
circle.
bed
Oh,
and help
girl,
you,
you better spin off the ceiling.
oh, you put me to sleep. I ain't go back to sleep. You don't want me. I ain't get them a couple hours. Hey, do your duty. Do your duty.
We got a YouTube comment question.
Hey,
what is it?
wow.
Miss Dana Collins joined.
Hey, throw
She
that
said,
ass in the circle.
a lot of men want women who let them get away with doing whatever they want to do. Most strong black women don't play. We will not be walked on. We will not tolerate cheating,
Right.
disrespect, and etc.
That's so true.
Correct.
That is so true. And I mean, that's so true. I just feel like in today's world, I mean, and you say, but you have more females that allow it than more females that don't allow it.
Yeah,
And
because they're desperate.
And from when I look at when I talk to my boys, a lot of my friends, I think I might be the only one out of my friends that's single. Out of all my friends, like I'm the only one that's single. I would no,
That's why they didn't come.
no,
That's why they didn't come.
no. Shut up, no. Mother home was single too. Mother home was single. But anyway, I'm the only. I'm like one
That's
of
why they
the.
didn't come, friend.
I'm one of the few single guys that's in my group, and
Anybody want to come here again?
I just, hey, shout out my boys, man. Shout out my boys. If y'all watching,
That's
Y'all
scary
can't hang on here.
Mary.
Y'all let your boy here hanging by
By
yourself.
himself.
Y'all ain't worth a damn.
y'all, I see y'all tonight. Shout out
That's
to
all.
y'all.
But they're gonna be
Oh,
ready
they
for
gonna be
tonight.
at the
She's at the
club. But Jack can come up here and answer these questions.
See y'all at the club. Y'all
Ain't
some
worth a
drinks
damn.
tonight. Y'all some drinks tonight. Go.
You and if your girl's on, and you got a girl too, she weak because you used to be able to come over here and answer questions. What's wrong with
Yeah,
that?
yeah, right, man. Listen, I don't
Y'all
know.
scared?
Listen, man. Hey, look,
I'm
I'm
just causing trouble.
just a young Thundercat. That's all.
Oh, young,
Thundercat.
yeah, young.
Hear me wrong.
Listen.
Hear me wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna read this right here, boy. 'Cause this is Bible right here.
Uh-oh.
Those women who love the potential of him being better versus who he actually is. Come on here, let's pass.
You see the potential in him.
Come on, pass the collection plate.
We
This
said
shit right there.
we said that in another show that when you see the potential in him, but he don't see the potential in himself.
Right. Which is a lot. It's a lot of potential.
Now, my question is this: a female that, if you're in that predicament, what do? Do you help him discover his potential, or do you just leave him to be?
So I'm gonna speak for myself. Every time that I have based a relationship off of potential, I'm gonna be nice today, friend. I'm gonna be nice today.
Oh,
I'm nice today.
oh, yeah.
I took my nice pill today. Hey, Frida. I'm be nice today. So every time I have dated based off of potential, don't talk about me. It ain't turned out well because I figured
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I did take a nice pill today.
Don't worry about
Tell your story.
I'm gonna tell my story. Right? They disrespectful. That's why having secrets and shit. We're supposed to be.
it. Oh man.
You dating based off of potential when you know what you really want.
And he's not what you want.
He ain't that. But you see, hey, you know what?
But you've been single for like 4.5 months. You haven't had it in about 2. You just like, you know what?
He may
looks
be.
good, you know.
He may be the
Who knows?
person that I could take all the way.
He might be the one. Maybe,
Right.
maybe one you can train. Maybe one you can
Not
teach.
trained. So train is the bad word. You train a dog.
That's true. That's true.
I ain't training no damn dogs. I'm double that. I ain't no veterinarian. He may be one I can share some life goals and some life lessons with for him to elevate himself.
But remember, if a female feels that way, she will be going in knowing the fact that she
She ain't
kind of opposed to range standard.
But
No.
but is it
No.
right?
You don't think so?
It's
No,
it's
no.
a 50-50
Is
chance.
she a real woman?
It's a 50-50 chance,
Big
right?
chance that he's gonna elevate to a point where y'all can go together. Y'all can go be two bosses together, right? Now usually, I ain't seen it. Y'all start going this way, and then this side starts going, and you're like, hey, pep talk. We got goals over here. We gotta keep going this way. And then some sort it just plateaus. Hey, you here. And I done went all the way over here and you're still here. But I'm pep talking you, hey buddy, come on, you can do it.
So what happens? Like what happens?
Why do y'all get comfortable when it comes to if we said well, let's be realistic, 5-year goal. We set a 5-year goal and women love to set goals, right?
Right.
We set goals, not necessarily even financial goals. We set goals for life.
Yeah, like
Right? And we in a relationship, and both of us on the go, but you out here spending money on LeBrons and new video games, and you behind the money. When I say, hey, we got this right here, we supposed to pay on. Okay, well I'm gonna do it. You know, I love you and I believe you.
I got you.
I got you.
I got you.
Take off.
Right. Okay.
Right? You still there? We taking off. So he back here,
Right.
and he's slowly paying me back.
So,
But then something else happened. Oh Lord.
but I go somewhere else now.
I had to pay such and such, and you know that I had to take $300 out. So I'm got you, but I still owe you 1,000. So now I owe you 13. I'm gonna get you to the next thing. All right, that's what y'all do.
I want to let my mama know. Anyway, all right, come on, let's go.
This life goals. One time we got life goals.
Yeah.
Life, life, not
Life.
life goals.
Okay.
Right.
Right. Okay.
And then he didn't do that.
Right.
Red flag.
Yeah. Red flag.
If the man doesn't truly want the, hold on, let me read this. You've been on it, Uncle Chuck. Thank you, Uncle Chuck, because Uncle Chuck all this thing. Uncle Chuck said, if the man doesn't truly want that situation, he will soon expose himself, because in a true situation,
It will be
it
hard
will
to
be
be
hard to
fake
be fake. But if you allow him to stay based on potential
of the fake.
of the fake, as long as you can ignore the real him.
That's true.
Oh, tell now, repeat that.
I think you should come on the show. Uncle
Repeat
Chuck,
that last sentence.
he said,
I like that.
he could be fake as long as you ignore the real him. And that's what we're doing.
And that's so true.
That's all he got to offer.
You know for a fact this man is you've seen the best.
and
You've seen the best he can offer.
Right.
Let's say you've seen the best you can
You
offer.
saw it.
You saw it,
That's all he got.
but you still stay.
Right. Who prayed? I prayed. Shit.
That's love.
It's my fault.
That's
Oh,
love,
yeah.
man. That's
I
love.
love
Love is crazy, ain't it? Love
It
is
is.
crazy.
It'll make you do some strange things.
Love, hey, you send somebody out for $5.
Not
Not me.
$5.
Not me. I ain't saying something about that. Love has
So
me do
$5.
that.
$5.
$5.
You gotta stop doing the rodeo.
$5.
But it's a whole bunch of potential out here, honestly.
it is all
Men, women. Right.
It's a lot of potential out here if you know exactly what you're looking for.
Right.
You can find what you want out here if you know what you're looking for.
Correct.
And my number one rule is, my brothers and my sisters, don't let your significant other stop you from finding the love of your life. Just know that. Just know that.
You mean significant other as
None of
in
that.
you married.
No, I said it right. I said it right.
Significant.
I said it right.
So married or not?
I said it right. Man.
So when you say that, when you say don't let your significant other keep you from falling in love, does that mean
No,
that you
no, no,
settle?
No. It was the quote was, "Don't let your significant other stop you from finding the love of your life."
Your significant
bullshit.
other should be the
I know,
love of
right?
your life.
But what I'm saying, it was an actual joke. That's what I said.
Uncle Chuck said he gonna come on. He ain't scared.
Come on, Chuck.
Come on,
Come on,
Chuck.
Chuck.
Come on, do the
Message
thing.
me, Uncle Chuck.
Come on,
Next
Chuck.
one, you are here, buddy.
I need you here with me, Chuck.
Cause City need help. We gotta kill him.
See this Thundercat, man, hold it down like a tag was in the golf. That's what I play. It's horror people.
Bump our face.
Yes, I Mercy, Lord.
Okay, anywho,
You hold up the Thundercats.
I do know the Thundercats.
We were just
Thundercats.
called old Thundercats
Oh.
over the weekend.
Yeah, well, right?
Yes, we was.
Old
Right, yo,
Thundercat. Old Thundercat, boy. Old Thundercat, boy.
Steve, are you watching here?
Old Thundercat.
Ain't nothing old about me but my shoe. You say, yeah, old Thundercats, you put this fan out here so y'all get hot. Yeah, I
Y'all know y'all get drunk on y'all. Y'all gotta go lay down. My head hurts.
Hell no.
Y'all well,
Let
man.
your girlfriend stop you from finding your wife.
See?
What?
It's a quote. It's
Now,
a funny quote.
That's a little different.
It's a funny quote. It's a funny
What?
quote.
That's a little different.
It was on a movie. That's
So
why.
you what?
It's a
what,
funny
what?
quote.
I know it's a funny quote, but
Yeah.
it's really honest. The niggas live by that.
Yeah, some guys do. Some guys do.
They do.
Some
I'm
guys
trying
do.
to tell you. I have brothers and cousins. Don't get it twisted.
And I have all sisters.
Okay, so they really believe that you're dating multiple people. Knowing so this is the question. Another question that y'all should ask. Let me help y'all right quick. You ask somebody, hey, are you dating anybody? Does anybody think they're dating you?
Right.
That is right.
That's the question.
That's the question.
Does anybody think that they're dating you? Is the question. That's what you should ask. And they give you that means they lie. That means they not being with their information.
But that's not always true though, because I mean today people have stalkers, man.
No. I ain't talking about stalkers.
Boy.
That's a whole nother. That's a whole category over there. You go out here and y'all serial daters. You got a few.
I know you know.
Might be I'm alive now.
Right.
Yeah, might be alive now. Might be
Couple
alive.
of juvenile told us this years ago. Amen. So if y'all out here dating and you trying to be settling down, you better ask that question. I promise you're gonna get. If you get
What was the question one more time?
are you dating somebody? Does somebody think they're dating you?
What is dating?
Dating, going out.
What is see?
But again, this is the other problem.
And that's crazy because
we
today's
do not
one
like
dating
to be
means
specific.
specific. You're right.
We don't want to ask.
Because
Are
you
you
know
having sex with somebody else?
Why not?
Because you know what? They
Because
get
they're
rid of
scared that you're gonna
get
stop
rid of
talking
the
to them. You're gonna
dating.
cut off your supply.
because now it's no longer are you dating somebody, are you talking to someone?
I ain't talking. I talk
Are
about
you
people all
talking
day
to
long.
I talk.
Do you want to know if I'm having sex with somebody else? Is that what you want to know?
Right.
Say that. Don't ask me if I'm talking to somebody. I'll talk to a whole bunch of people
I talk
all
for a
day
living.
long. That's all I do. My merchandise
I
requires
talk
me
for a living.
to talk to people of
And I'm
both
a
parties. All sorts of
I
people.
talk for a living. I talk for a living.
Dating and seeing people are two different things.
It
You're
is.
right. Because I
It
can be
is.
seeing you out the window. I can see people. I go outdoors and see people.
You're right.
Be specific with your answers and your questions.
You have to be. You have to be.
Especially you young bucks out here.
I have a whole girl
Y'all
telling me
assume too
I've
much.
been her Facebook boyfriend for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Facebook boyfriend for 2 years.
Hey, Chad.
How old is the young lady? Because apparently she's still in works for life lessons.
She out here. She got a whole bunch.
I'm a Facebook boyfriend. Facebook boyfriend cool.
What are you saying to me? Because
Like,
you
you gotta
have
work
a
on
Facebook
it.
boyfriend.
I don't say no.
Because you up here laying in
You
your
my Facebook
bed
friend.
and with your dog.
Now listen now. Okay, I'm glad we won't talk about it. Okay, now. All right, listen. Okay, I decided to go live one morning.
You got a question, Chad?
Got a chat. Hey man, you owe me $20, Chad. Stay out of this conversation.
Oh God.
Anyway, so
Oh, you put out for what?
video game. We'll talk about that. All right. Anyway, I decided to go live one day. I don't never go live. This is the only time I go live, ladies and gentlemen. Is this?
What?
I decided to go live Easter Sunday, trying to find out who's selling plates. Cause me and Kush don't feel like leaving out.
So you can put a post up.
I was already live.
He went live.
I went live, because on my face,
What did you have on when you went live?
I was in the bed.
With no clothes on.
No shirt on. Wow. I had no shirt on. And I had my dog in the bed with
So
me.
he was giving intense.
I wasn't giving no attention.
No intentional news. Subliminal news.
Subliminal messages.
Subliminal
Okay,
news.
so then what did I say? What did I say?
Oh, you asked me a Vogue model. I'm like, I was sitting with my dog.
You laying in the bed like you posing for a Vogue magazine.
Thirst trap.
Okay, no, I'm sorry that I sleep on all white sheets. I do apologize if I sleep on all white sheets.
You ain't got no goddamn shirt on in the bed. and you coming on actual
But it
place.
looks like,
He laying-
but
he
it
laying
looks
like-
like, but it looks like, but it looks
Yeah,
like
look
a
at the type
bowl.
of status and
Frank,
thing.
look, he caressing the pillow.
Right. All that extra shit. You should go on the TikTok.
I had a dog with me. The dog
Go
was
to
with me,
TikTok.
man. Stay on TikTok. Stay on TikTok.
Go on TikTok and see that.
Stay on TikTok.
You got to go
Stay on
on.
TikTok.
You got to go on Facebook and you can type is anybody selling places they like regular people.
I was already live. And it happens that I asked that question.
No. Hey,
That's all it was. I mean, I can't help that the ambiance around me might look like a photo shoot, which it wasn't. I was in the bed. Not too many people sleep on all white sheets. I do.
they ain't got nothing to do with the goddamn white sheets. It's like you on that nigga with no shirt on. Talking
I
about
had a
everybody
tank
sell
top.
plates. All the fat bitches in the kitchen looking like, oh, I got a plate for you.
No, she said a comment. I jumped off. They're like, yeah, I jumped
Why you
off.
saying that? Some fat girl would go.
No,
Somebody actually say
I don't know why I'm selling places. No one knows selling damn places.
Nobody said nobody give you no place. You gotta stand up for 5 minutes at least.
Man. Got to, man. I ate a pie.
I knew it was calling as I saw him.
You ate a pie?
I ate a pie.
Wow.
That's a
So
story.
today's world, you men don't know what you want, obviously.
I think we do know what we want.
What do you want?
Let him know.
What do you want? Name it.
I can't talk for all the men in
Does
the world.
any of the men on there,
I can't talk.
if you're single,
I
or
can't
in a
talk to every
relationship
man in the
looking for a
world.
wife
but-
at this point,
I can say what
what
I
do you
like.
want
Find me on TikTok and I'll tell you.
Right, while you laying in your bed hugging the pillow
with the dog?
with a dog.
I mean, Tank said it best only one man.
I'm
Tank
not even
said
getting
it
on
best
this
only
thing
one
asking
man.
for no dates, period. I was saying
I
I'm
like-
single. I
look.
think it's desperate if you gotta put you single on Facebook.
Yeah. No.
Oh, listen, or let's
See, it's
just
different though because you know why?
Or,
Because you know why? Men don't have females flooding our timelines and flooding our inbox the way y'all do.
I don't
Females
have that
don't.
either. I'm being-
But guys don't have that.
I don't.
We don't have that. We don't have the fact of, oh, I'm single and people, oh, you want to? That don't happen to guys. That does not happen.
That don't happen either.
That does not happen. You know what you get? You get hard eyes. You get likes. Anybody gonna jump in the
Nobody
like
say nothing.
everybody saying shit. Everybody saying nothing. They
But
gonna
isn't that-
like, they gonna
But
heart.
isn't
That's
that
it.
what you want? Because as you said, if we women come in and put in your DMs, you're like, oh man, what you got? What you
That's
got
not
going?
true.
That's true.
That's not true.
You just
She
said
being
it
aggressive.
30 minutes ago.
What do you mean?
I mean,
You said if a woman came up to you,
No. She's
It's
talking about if I'm on social media and I put that I'm single and people jump in my DM.
uh-huh.
Females don't jump in guys'
Yeah.
DMs.
You
like,
gotta put it on
like-
that in your what you call it, your biography.
you bio.
Yeah, your bio. It says in a relationship, single, married.
I don't mean nothing in Facebook. I see the
You
girl
can
have
put
a
it
whole
on the phone
song.
now.
I seen the girl. I know a girl right now on Facebook right now. They haven't changed her single. Her profile still say single and she married. Girl,
Okay.
come on.
I was reading that.
Yeah.
Because there's some married people out here.
You
You
can't
might, well
believe
you might as well put you single because you in everybody's DM
Or
around Orlando.
or it's complicated. Or they hide. You know, you got Facebook. You actually hide that whole status. People don't see that status. I'm my status. I'm single. Mine don't change. Well, mine. Mine. At the end of the day. I mean, but a lot of people don't. Like
Yeah.
literally,
You don't care.
literally, I'm the type of person. My Facebook, I know for a fact, 80% of my Facebook followers are female. I know that. I know that person
Okay.
because I choose them, right? But with that, it's like a lot of you go down. I know females. You all on Cancun, Mexico with Kiki, with Buddy and y'all in Vegas next month, and then y'all end up in the house, shacked up, and then y'all at dinner. You say you love, but on your time by Facebook says still say single.
No problem.
I mean, you tell the man you love him that this your babe, this your boo. Y'all watching popcorn, y'all eating, y'all taking a trip. I don't know what she gonna tell you. See, that's where you find the balls at.
I ain't
See,
tagging. If I
see?
start dating a dog, I ain't tagging.
I got a homegirl live in New York. She got a whole fiance. Every picture she posts up, she got a big smiley face over his head. Don't know what nigga look like.
because some people want to keep
She
their business
protecting herself.
private. You right.
But why are you posting
Because,
that?
well, that's a good point.
Why are you posting that?
Right, because I don't post my husband quite frequently because I don't want these thirst traps trying to holler at him. So you're only going to get him on occasion.
Right.
On occasion,
Right.
just to let you know I'm married. That's all you're gonna see, just to let you know I'm married. But I've heard, that's what I've heard, I've heard that when you're in a relationship and you post your man every day, all day, that the women that are on that's part of your friends will be the ones that be messaging them, DMing them. Why? Because you put your man out on a platform and say, "This is my man,"
And you know what?
basically, and he's for everybody.
And you know what? Let me tell you something. I personally been down that road before. I've had that in me. And me, I'm talking at that time, I'm talking doing like, no, I'm a screenshot and sending my lady. I'm sending my lady. I'm a screenshot. Hey, man, look at this. Hey, the same girl you went to brunch last week. See? I mean, why? I don't want. Why? Because at the end of the day, you are an extension of me. And at the end of the day, if I ain't gonna walk around here with no on her face.
Okay.
That ain't gonna happen.
So, how many of you are out there?
I get that.
Because the attention,
Thrives some men. You're right. And it's funny because you know what? It's because I don't want to teach. I mean, because at the end of the day, attention brings everything that you don't want. If you're looking, you don't find something that you don't want. Everything that good is not good. So I mean,
while hence you want to protect, make your business private, right? So, I mean, I don't understand why putting a smiley face over your man's face is essential.
Don't want them.
But I do know a couple of women who get mad when their man don't
post them.
Like they feel like it's official once your man posts you on their social media page.
I never got that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, no. I never
That's
got
not-
that. No, I get it, and I get some people feel like that's like let the world know that we are a couple, we are a thing, we are doing it, and you know, you see it on Facebook all day long. This person's status is now dating this person, and I get all that. I mean, I feel like that's agreement that y'all both can come out and sit down to. Because me personally, I tell people a lot of questions like, listen, there's a difference between City and James. There's a big difference, huge difference. There's a night and day. A lot of people might not like James, but City is the product people love. City people love City. People love City. James, a lot of people don't like James. A lot of people don't like James. But you got to find that balance. You have to find that balance when it comes to social media, because I know when I was in a relationship, I posted my girl time to time, but it was on like, it wasn't like a planned thing, but it happens that I end up posting her on like special occasions. It wasn't planned, nothing like that. It was just like, you know, she getting ready for a wedding and she got her makeup and I think she's so beautiful. Let me, oh my God, you know, like something like that. But it's never like I can put my girl because at the end of the day, what you hiding for? If you say that if she's the one, if she's your ride, that this the one, man, this one I'm gonna be with, now this one put a ring on, go for it.
DM folks.
Turn it on.
Who is that?
I don't know how they keep doing that.
They want to come on and talk?
I don't know.
What
You
does
got
that
something
mean?
to
Yeah, that one, press that one.
Yeah, they got something to
That
say.
Press that one. Me.
They got something to say.
I don't know.
You know what it is?
Oh, that's how you do it. Okay, see, I didn't know. See? Find something new about Facebook.
Oh, yeah, somebody-
I never go lie. I never go
You
lie.
stalker.
But
Come
again,
back.
you just never know what she was going to put on that video.
I don't think right. It don't bother me. It don't bother me. Hey, baby, bother me. Bother me.
Boy, boo, you know what you were doing and stop lying.
Say what?
It says, boy, boo, you know what you were doing and stop lying.
Who that was?
Victoria.
Who was Victoria?
Victoria
It's on your page.
Victoria
Say
said,
me or the same
To you.
period? What she did?
She said,
What's the question?
It wasn't a question. She just said,
Stop
boy,
lying.
boo, you know what you was doing, and the other one said, stop lying. And then laughing faces. It's probably late. She probably said it.
Oh, from the
Times
okay,
ago.
I didn't say anything. Oh, but
No, it's probably times
Yeah.
ago.
you
I would never like have that problem. I never like have that problem. No. I'm not that.
Okay, well,
I'm not that.
what's the next one? What we doing?
I mean-
People on Facebook?
well, yeah, I mean, yeah. I still don't think I have my question answered, but I'm going to wait until this other
What's
man.
your question?
Because I want to know,
What men want?
yes, and the one married or single, what is it that you expect us women to be
I think that's a hard.
in,
I
in order for you
I
guys
think that's
to
a
not
big. I think that's a very big, broad question.
It's a broad topic.
Yeah, it's a
So
big, broad
you
question.
have to define
Because-
that into areas. So in finances, what do you want? At the home, what do you want?
At the
in
home.
business, what do you want?
At
So
the
at the
home.
home.
at the home.
So at the home.
At the
I
home.
mean, I
At
think,
the home, what you mean?
I think every man, to a certain extent, would want like the quote unquote, I ain't gonna say housewife, but that female at home, that loving, like that, your standard stuff that a female will want from a man at home. I mean, I feel like the standards don't change.
Okay.
I feel like the standards don't never change on the men or the female behalf. It comes down
So
to
what are the standards?
what else? All right, I mean, what are the standards from what does a female want when it comes to having a man at home?
What
Meaning,
that's not
what
a
I mean
question.
is that the typical basic drawn out answer to that.
Okay.
A lady want what's great, or you want a man that's a provider, you want a man that's protected. You know what I'm saying? Those are what I mean by at home wise. And like what you were saying was the question is so broad, you got to break it down in certain sections.
Correct.
Finance and what do you want at home? I mean,
So
And-
I'm referring to relationships. I'm not talking about finances because
Right.
we've already shown that we as black women make more than men.
Not
Okay.
talking about this.
9 times they said 60% of the house.
Hey, I'm saying that.
So what is it relationship wise that you expect us to be outside of feminine? What does that look like? Because for some women, that feminine can be I'm laying up when I give it to you whenever you want it, or I cook you dinner, or because sometimes from what they put on social media, you cooking dinner, you giving it up anytime I want it, and you washing the clothes and taking care of the kids. That's still not good enough. But what else do you want?
Do they know they want?
Yeah, but like I said, that's every man. That's every. I think it's such a big, broad question with that.
At home?
But y'all talk about it all the time.
At home, so let's see an example because it's going that way. So when you come home from work, you expect if you got kids or you don't have kids, you expect what? You expect your significant other or your wife to be what at home?
At home.
At the house where y'all live.
I just realized that's not a good question for me.
Oh, because you don't have that. So
Right.
that'll be somebody else. Okay, so if you were dating somebody
Now I can
and
tell
y'all
you.
were living together.
Now I can really go off. I can sit and go off my last relationship.
Okay, go off of that.
My last relationship. At home, it was different because we're both husbands.
Okay.
We both work for the same company, so we both traveling. We both, get what I'm saying? Like, so our household was, we traveled together, and sometimes we didn't travel together. Sometimes she on a plane, I'm here. So, but our household was balanced. We both cooked. We both. I have OCD, so I'm like the one that thinks he clean with everything.
That's why you got white sheets.
Maybe. I mean, yeah.
That's what OCD people do.
Really?
OCD and I.
Yes.
White sheets.
Because white sheets is considered pure and clean.
Really?
And so yes, so for an OCD person, the if you see a mark or a smudge or a stain, that's dirty.
Yeah.
So so that means you immediately have to clean it. Correct.
Oh, I
So that's why you
I
have
just like
white
waking
sheets.
up on white sheets to make me feel godly. Sorry.
You
Right.
just said you was OCD.
Yeah, that too.
Okay,
But
so
that's
I'm telling you why
But that's
you
what
have
I got
white
white
sheets.
sheets. I got white sheets.
That's what your mind saying. I'm telling you what it really is. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
you think. That's what it really is.
I
What
don't
you
know white
OCD.
sheets. I love it. I love it.
Okay, let me ask you.
Okay,
a question.
so-
okay, let me. Can I
No,
ask
be
one more
direct,
question?
friend. Because you was going around the block.
I asked. Okay.
That's going around the block. So, at home, most of the time, people in relationships,
Me
sometimes
is
it
different.
start getting boring.
Me is different because
To start getting boring.
I'm not
Yeah.
typical.
And
Okay.
you're doing the same shit every time you come in. Hey, the dinner's ready. Sit down and talk. We're going to talk about the day. We're going to fucking go to sleep.
See, that's different with me. I'm not. It's hard. It's hard with me.
So
because
what do you
I
want to
don't-
do? Spice it up.
like other men.
I'm not. See what I'm saying? I'm
Tell
not.
Gina, I know, right?
Because you know what? There was a time that when I was in a relationship, my girl worked a 9 to 5.
Sorry, y'all.
I work 9 to 5.
Sorry.
I'm a DJ. I work nightlife. So you know what? It's been times that, hey babe, you get off of work. All right, what time you get off? All right, baby. You know what? I feel like cooking tonight, so I'm gonna go by the store and I'm finna cook.
Right.
I'm finna cook. Yeah,
So you want balance in your house.
balance? Yeah, balance.
So she ain't just laying up with a robe on with nothing on. She is food needs on so too. So you just ain't saying I don't know how to cook, babe. So
No,
I'm going to cook.
I mean, but that's a man who don't know how to
Order.
cook. That's a man that know how to cook.
So it's so much unbalance out here. That's the problem.
Okay.
The
I
So
can
much
take that.
unbalance out here,
The
and then y'all
unbalance.
settling because she's swinging off the chandelier onto your penis.
She do 4 out of 10.
Right. So if she doing that, we're gonna just settle a little bit again. So men settle too,
Right.
not just
Yes,
women.
men do. Men do.
So then, are y'all communicating what you want as balance? No, we ain't communicating because we doing it every day. You doing this, I'm doing that, and sometimes it may be a problem, sometimes it's not.
The routine.
Right? Until the routine becomes somebody over here, Sally over here, and Sally can do this plus this, which goes back to your statement is don't.
that was a
No.
joke,
Go ahead.
but,
No, it's for real though. That's what
the quote was, "Don't let your significant other stop you from finding the love of your life."
All right. So
All right.
you out here and you done found your. Oh, so you do that and you do that and you do that and you do that. Oh, what's she doing?
I never been that predicament. So.
Oh my God! See, that's why we need other men. We can't have this.
I never been that predicament.
If y'all,
I mean, no.
Really talk
Now I'd have
about
now I can say now that's been
Come on here.
presented to me, but I never was supposed to be like, you know what?
Shit.
I'm
You ain't
fine.
never been a crock of shit.
Uh,
You ain't never been nowhere and you been in a relationship. Not saying that you cheated. Now we ain't saying
Yeah.
that. We ain't
I
saying
know, because I have.
You ain't got a little spidey sense of like, oh, well, damn, she could actually do this shit. Because this girl right here is telling me she do all of this plus this. And I got this right here at the house, but I love her though.
Right.
And this girl talking real good.
Right.
She may be, but this girl may be crazy, but she's doing all of this. So you telling me you ain't never were like, oh, damn. She got time.
I never said that now. I mean, far as you,
So you settled.
what? I didn't settle because it's not settling just why, because you always going to find somebody out there that's doing better than your significant other.
Correct.
You're always in life. You're
You're
always going to
absolutely
find
right.
somebody who's better at more than things that you find. Period.
Right.
You're always going to find. I don't care if you're always going to find a girl
Somebody
who
gonna
looks
be a
better than your
person.
girl. You're always going to
Right.
find a girl who makes more money than your girl. You're always going to
Right.
find a person who wants to. You're always going to find that.
But it's the
Correct.
whole package.
It's the package.
But it's the
Okay,
package.
So you had the
Right.
package at home,
Right.
and you were stuck. You stuck with that home. Somewhere along
You're not
the way,
stuck with it. You
Somewhere
chose
along
it.
you stuck beside him. You stick.
Okay,
I'm gonna
right.
stick beside him.
Right. Okay.
Right. I'm gonna stick beside her because
Right.
he got potential, and I'm gonna stick beside her because she got potential because it's both of
Both ways. Right.
them. Right. So pretty soon that potential, ma'am, sir, the potential is running out. Yeah, I mean we getting towards the end, and we're trying to elevate, and we're here. Where does the potential start in the realization to come in with this bitch ain't it? She just ain't. I'm sorry. The
And you
word.
said it.
You just ain't it. Are you gonna tell her, hey, you gonna sit down and say, hey, you know what? This ain't what I envisioned this to be. So I think we should go our separate ways, live our separate lives, and I wish you the best. We still be friends. Dudes don't really say that. It just so happened we caught y'all with some bullshit, or some DMs, or some messages, or some other shenanigans going on. And we always ask, why you didn't say that? Because you fucking crazy and you would have killed me. But will you have that but will we have that conversation? Vice versa, because it's some of y'all that be in the bushes too. Sirs. Y'all be in the bushes too. She ain't gonna have nobody else but me. So it goes both ways. So relationships don't always have to end nasty.
You're right. They don't.
Right? But are you saying what you want at the house, or you just assuming pretty soon she gonna get the hint and she gonna get that? No, we don't.
Well, that okay. So
We don't
that-
communicate.
that's a good question. So again, let me say my premise on social media. I have seen women say, "How you expect me to be this woman's, and you haven't told me what kind of woman's you want me to be." So if I'm coming to the table with what I think a woman and a wife should be, and I'm not meeting your expectations,
That's
and
communication.
it's a constant
Correct.
struggle.
That's like communication, though.
Okay, but some men believe that over time you should either learnt some things, saw some things, and matured some things to know enough that I expect this. Or you're in your 50s, and so you should know by now that you should be doing this.
Right.
Now, let me say this too, okay? This is what I feel. Because I'm not a relationship expert, but I think I'm going to be one. Add that to my list.
No, you don't need
Put a
that
pin
on
in
your list.
Because I feel like nowadays it's not so much of going on a date and you ask, so what do you do? What are your hobbies? This and that. I feel like after the
Trauma.
after the third date, that you guys should have a book, right? List the things. Yes, list the things that you want in a relationship, not a marriage, in a relationship. What do you expect a woman to be?
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
What do you expect a man to be?
Yeah.
Now, in your past or in your upbringing, right?
Right.
What did that look like? Were you raised Pentecostal? Were you raised Baptist? Are you an atheist? Did you even think about going to church? Do you know about the Lord?
Right.
Do you know the Lord exists?
Do you believe in God?
Do you believe in
You
God?
may be an atheist.
And
I've never run across atheist.
Okay, and so
Sorry.
in saying that to say, right? I feel like it should be more than just asking somebody,
Superficial shit.
right? What do you do for a living? What are your hobbies? What are your favorite things to do? Because that is just scratching the surface, and you're barely doing that.
Right.
You want to get into the soul of a person if you feel like that person has potential. But what we do is we go ahead and go on this honeymoon phase, and we ride the wave, and then all of a sudden, oh, you want to propose and you want to get engaged, so we ride that wave, and then we get married, and we think that the marriage is going to be similar to the engagement, but it's not.
Right. To the dating.
And people think that when they get engaged and when they get married, even if they living together, they feel like, well, it's the same thing as a piece of paper. That's bullshit.
It is.
It is.
It is.
That is straight
Very much so.
bullshit.
I know.
What's up?
So, saying that to say,
Uh,
I feel that we as people, men and women, need to ask the pertinent question that is important to you.
okay.
How many partners have you had? If that's important to
Uh-huh.
you. That's important to you. If that's important to you, then ask, have you had any trauma in your childhood?
That's important.
Have you had any trauma in your childhood?
And you've been in therapy.
Or what was you raised in a 2-family or 1-parent household?
Right.
Because if I was raised in a 2-parent household, my beliefs and how I was raised is going to be different from yours.
Correct.
Right?
Right.
So am I going to be okay with accepting your differences?
Correct.
Or you may not even be that person for me because I need to be with somebody who understands who I am.
So you're saying get past the outside, because there's some nice looking brothers and some nice looking sisters out there, right?
Right.
And very good potential out here. Not even we'll leave potential off. Very good catches out here. For both. And we don't communicate at all. I can tell you from my experience, women could ask 5 questions. You may get a half-assed answer on 1 from men. Because A, they know that your potential. I mean, not potential. Let's say
Your worth.
potential out. They know your worth, and they don't want to run you off. So they're gonna answer based on what they think that you want to hear, instead of like what it
should
really
hear.
is. Because if I told you some of my childhood stuff, I'm saying if I told a man some of my childhood stuff,
Correct.
right?
Correct. So
It's gonna
then
be whispered.
it's gonna be what? So then, as a man, in order to have these deep conversations, are you okay with a woman being able to expose herself for you to be understanding of what that woman has gone through?
Me personally, I would want you to, because at the end of the day, I want to know the real you.
Okay, so would you be able to accept her if that woman had that much trauma. Because let's be honest, we as Black women
But
have
your
had a
trauma does not
lot of
make-
trauma.
Yeah, but your
One,
trauma.
if you go and pick out 10 women, 7 of them women has been raped, has been beaten, has been emotionally and mentally abused while they were growing up
Right.
by people that they know.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
However, some men feel like I don't want to deal with that, and that's a
Right.
person's right.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But then how many?
Why are you talking about it?
How many women
You
you
ain't
gonna
gonna
find
find
that
out,
gonna
right.
have that kind of trauma?
Right.
But
Because it's 8 out of 10, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
but at the same time, you know, to a certain extent, that person's trauma doesn't dictate who they are or their future.
Right. Because they hopefully with the therapy at some point.
Oh, not even that. Maybe to the point that they could, like, you see what they went through in the past,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end of the day, they didn't let that
Define who they are.
right.
Okay.
They didn't let
So-
that cripple them. They didn't
Right.
let that. They didn't
Well-
like. I mean, just your typical thing when I say like how you brought like a female's been raped, right?
Mhm.
When you see that a female that's going to shut down, or I'm not going to let that stop me from being there, and I'm going to speak about it, and I'm going to talk to people and tell people how you get what I'm saying.
Mhm.
To a certain extent, you know,
Mhm.
like I'm not on the other side from outside
Yeah.
looking in, but
You call opposite on every damn thing.
right, no, but what I'm saying
I'm
is
not saying it's a bad thing. But what I'm saying is, I
He's
want
not.
to.
He's not the typical male
Correct.
because you're
Correct.
raised by females.
Correct.
So he
Correct.
can kind of identify with what you're saying. So if
Right.
you get a
I
guy
don't even
here,
know about female.
right? So if you
My
get a
whole
guy here that was raised in a 2-parent household, I don't know how to handle you when you when something, because we have triggers. Everybody, if we be honest, we all have
everyone has
triggers
triggers, right?
to where a lot of us are walking around with PTSD.
Correct.
Diagnosed and undiagnosed, honestly. Some on medication, some not. So I don't know what your trauma is or what your triggers are if we haven't talked, right?
Right.
So we having a conversation and I'm telling you, hey, you know what? I got a problem with people that raise their voice. Now you don't know that. We had this conversation, but you don't raise your voice at me in the car, and now I'm quiet all the way home. What the fuck? We was just having a good conversation. But my trigger is if you're yelling at me, it's gonna take me back to that place.
But you have to
Right.
explain what that place is in order for them
Correct.
to understand.
So we 4 days in.
Mhm.
We 4 days in. So we talking surface talk because a lot of these youngsters they surface talk. You fine, I'm fine. Pretty soon, you know, we gonna smash, and then we may go on the Red Lobster or something like. This is what's going on in the 20s, in the 30s,
Mhm.
and we'll skip the some in the 40s and the 50s.
Yes,
Right.
Mhm.
So this is the norm for a while. Ain't nobody talking about nothing, and then you raising kids. You're not even ready to be a parent, but you just so happen to meet Bob at the club one night, and Bob talked to you a couple times. Y'all went out, and then y'all don't smash, and he didn't use a condom today, so you got a baby. So you got a problem because you're not gonna be tied down, and she got a problem because she ain't got no father, and she figured, well, you a father because you just the man at home, and you was ready for the responsibility.
Mhm.
There's a whole bunch of that going on.
Or women is so subliminal. Not subliminal. They looking for a father figure in the man and don't even realize it.
Correct.
They never have.
Because they never
Because
had
they
one.
never had one.
Right. Or you looking for what your father is. Because for me,
That's
if you
true, too.
don't work, or if you half-ass, I'm looking at your ass crazy. My daddy worked 3 jobs
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you.
most of his life.
A lot of females that my relationship in the past has always been is either they want a man or something like their father because their father was that hero to them.
Yeah.
Their father
Everybody.
showed them the standard of a man and what a man was supposed to be because they seen it from how their father treated their mother.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, well, I think it's gonna vice versa at the same time, you know. But like it comes back down to find out what is a person's trauma, what is finding what a person's trigger is.
Right.
So I
but we don't
feel-
talk.
Okay, so this is what I feel because I'm married. Okay,
Mhm.
But when do you have those talks?
correct. When
And
do
Jen
you?
had something to say.
So when
after
do
Tasha.
right? So when do you have these talks? And I would like for people to be open and accepting of that person's truth.
Mhm.
Right? It's
Mhm.
one thing if that person has PTSD to where everything is a trigger
Mhm.
and therefore they are dysfunctional. It's another thing to have a past, but that past does not become you. That
Yeah.
past is not you. Well, you may have something embedded in you that you may not even realize
Right.
Right?
Correct.
that is
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But if I am something of potential of worth to you, then I will hope that you would be my compliment and tell me, hey,
I see something in you that you don't see.
Yeah.
correct.
Right.
So what I would like to see is for us as a people to be able to be open and communicate.
That's hard to trust.
But I understand. But I'm talking
It's
about.
hard.
I'm talking about people. I'm talking about a woman who you've been on some dates with.
Right. Amen.
You think that this is somebody of potential, and you can even do a test question to see whether or not that person is
Is
even
ready.
accepting
Right.
all that information. You
But
gotta give them your whole diary.
Right.
So you can ask one, and if that person's not able to receive or answer truthfully, then you know that person's not for you.
But this is
I'ma
the
be
thing.
honest.
It's so much finessing going on.
But I'm gonna be honest. If a person cannot accept your past,
Mhm.
but is willing to be with you in the present, that person should not be the one who you should be with. Because even though they may seem like they all glitter and gold, when time passes, you're gonna see that real person, and then you're gonna understand why you should have left that person in the first place, because of the fact they never accepted for who you are.
Amen.
You're right.
But you got a whole bunch of that
A lot of
going on now.
But also, like a lot of people, also, a lot of people don't know their triggers. A lot of people really don't know their trauma.
Then you think
But how many
people put it in a
people-
relationship?
Honestly,
But how
say
do
they
you
will
know
go
you
to
even
therapy.
need therapy? How? But we always
talk
say
to somebody.
therapy. We say
Everybody
therapy,
needs
therapy,
therapy.
therapy.
We
For months.
we've screamed therapy since the Me Too movement.
Okay,
Right.
and
That's
therapy
been 5
is
years ago.
expensive. Therapy
No,
is expensive.
hold on. Wait. No.
Yes, it is.
No. Hold on.
Like I know my trauma.
If you call a suicide hotline, they have a free therapist that you can talk to for a whole year. They ain't gonna charge you a quarter. Now you ain't finna talk to nobody in person, but it's gonna be all online, so that's not true.
Okay,
They
well,
do
pass
have
that
somebody.
information because a lot of people don't know, including myself.
Suicide hotline. So I will find it. But they have somebody that you can call at any time.
No, go ahead.
You know, be announced as my friend. So
That's my thing.
it's somebody you can always talk to. So that's not true. Therapy is expensive if you're going to a professional to go to. But if you need somebody to talk to, the suicide hotline has somebody. They will follow up
If
on you.
you need
Call
somebody
them
to talk
whenever.
to, I charge half the price. I say it's good.
Nice. So
That's
Gina,
easy.
go
That's
ahead.
easy.
Gina had something to say a while ago. No, you done now?
Like,
Okay,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna read.
like my trauma is
I'm gonna read the next
like
comment.
I don't like my trauma. I have a hard time trusting people. I know. You know, guess
Everybody,
what? I'm
listen,
so
everybody.
fine with it.
But you know your.
Yeah, I know my trigger, but you know, I'm so fine with it.
So the net said that you better say it. Daddy set the standard, so husband had to come with it. Right.
You're right.
Or boyfriend.
Right.
So,
you're right. You're
For
right.
me, what I compromise on when it comes to because my dad was not normal. Most people, daddy, some of them.
My dad was there.
Your
That
daddy
nigga
was
wasn't
there.
there. That nigga
That was
wasn't
what I was
there.
gonna say.
Still ain't there.
My daddy was there throughout my whole entire life. I
your
never
daddy's
and I never had to. No, I wasn't daddy, but I never had to wonder where my daddy was.
Okay.
Or I had an example of what a dad should be. A lot of people didn't have that.
Right.
So when it comes to family and getting together and stuff like that, that's important to me because family, I have a big family. So I don't understand why a man, why you can't work. What's wrong? Why you can't hold a job? You ain't trying to figure out nothing. What's wrong with that? But on the other spectrum is my mom was a hustler. My mom was she wasn't working for nobody. So you have to, when you sit down and talk to a female, you have to understand that, hey, I'm telling you, hey, this is what my upbringing was, this is that, or whatever. We ain't doing that.
So we have to change the narrative
Of
of
communication.
communication.
What are you communicating about?
When you're going on a date, it ain't about
Okay, and that's still around.
do you like going on ski trips or do you want to go to the Caribbean?
No, let's go right here, friends. We gotta go down here. We gotta go right here.
See, that's the damn problem. You want to.
Yeah. So you gotta go right here. You gotta go surface. We have to go surface for men sometimes.
Yeah, you're right.
Because we go superficial. Because when I come out on the date, baby, I'm dressed. Everything's jiggling, wiggling, all that. Everything's in the place.
Gucci, fine,
Right.
good.
So we good. We going. If we go out on the first date. You dressed. You bringing out your best. Your best self.
Right,
You ain't
right.
bringing out Shanquisha, who used to be back in 1995. You ain't bringing her out.
That's
So
the
you
freak
bring
me.
her
Or
back.
freak me.
Right,
Freak
freak
me.
me. That y'all worried about out there. That y'all let
Yeah, talking about y'all freak.
Talking about y'all freak me. Hell no, I was married with kids. I ain't gonna no freak
150
me.
pounds heavier, 4 kids later.
Come
and
on.
2 double
Ain't
chins
nobody gonna
later.
know who
Everybody
you
gonna
is.
recognize you, girl.
And you
Everybody
had
gonna recognize you.
BBL too. Okay,
Everybody
so
gonna recognize
anywho, you're not bringing that person out. What I'm saying is we need to get back to when we used to go to Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Because everybody wanted the Eddie B's and Ruth Chris and all that because we got a little change now. We got a little credit card. We can swipe.
I always been all you to Italy.
Are you done?
And Miss Brand, you can talk all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done.
So, basic. Ain't no basic no more because reality TV, let's bring that in because we brought reality TV in. Has you thinking there's a camera over there?
That's why I watch my TV.
And you're thinking, oh, I got to put on my best appearance, my red bottoms. I got to bring out my purse that I bought from my store. And you coming in, I'm going to set that on the table and I'm going to make them thinking I'm well established and I'm well together. Well, I'm a whole clusterfuck and I need some help. But I'm going to depend on him because I see daddy in him, right?
You see daddy potential.
I see daddy potential in him. He may be somebody. So I'm going to roll with that. He ain't going to ask the question because I got my cleavage out.
Right.
I got my booty shorts on.
He ain't gonna say that.
Sometimes he ain't saying nothing. He, ooh,
I'm
I don't call her out. I'm
I'm
gonna roll with
enjoying
this.
I'm
gonna roll with this.
nigga.
And she ain't told us she batshit crazy. This is the 4th date this week
That shit have been on.
that she done been on,
Mm-hmm.
or vice versa, but that he done been on.
That's what I'm gonna do.
And we don't communicate. That is the problem. I've seen it's so people get to know each other through a text message now.
It's true.
They
It's
don't
really
know
true.
nothing about. I don't know your background. Listen, I'm telling you, when I was dating,
I'm gonna Google it.
I Googled. No, I'm looking your ass up on
If you don't know what I'm doing,
I'm looking you up on see if you got any warrants. I'm looking up to see if you have a record, if you're a woman beater, if you're a child molester, or any of that. Before you bring around your kids, y'all ain't even doing that now.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You got little girls. My grandbaby's 7. And if you bringing that, hey, you a child molester. I'm asking my daughter this. I'm gonna say that. I'm asking my daughter their first and last name because I need to know who the hell is around my grandkids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not even she grown, but I need to know who is around my grandkids. We ain't even doing the basics no more. We just out here living and flossing. Honestly, that's what we doing. Just to say, we out here in the streets and we're doing something, and there's so much of that going on. So that's how you end up with all this kerfuffle that's going on. Kerfuffle?
I'm looking at the kerfuffle shirt.
Come on,
I heard
baby.
it
Because that's what's going on. It's kerfuffle.
I got a video.
It's a whole bunch of foo-foo
And
and kerfuffle that's going on. They in an imaginary land.
And that's what my therapist said.
Ain't them.
She said everybody is up here in fantasy world and they can't drop down to reality, and also don't realize that once you drop down to reality, you got to find the base of the iceberg because there's more to it.
It is.
Come on now, that's true. Come on.
It's true though.
Because that's what happened to the Titanic.
So if y'all sitting here arguing about dishes, it ain't about the dishes.
Come
You gotta
on.
go that
Not
level
about
The
lower.
this.
basic.
How about this?
It's
The
about
fantasy, the
right.
fantasy is we're gonna live together. The
Right.
reality is who's doing the
and
dishes.
I got at home dick every night. That's what the problem is. That's what your problem. Oh, that's too much.
No, friend.
No.
That's the problem is you got at home, you got something to come home to every night. That's y'all worry.
That's the problem. That's why
Y'all ain't worried about that. You fighting over a baby mama, baby daddy, this, that, and that. And listen, they ain't got nothing. Y'all take the baby out of it because they ain't even being a daddy. First of all, talking about baby daddy.
You should have got your dog first.
Correct, a parrot, not even a dog, because they don't
Dog.
feed the damn dog. The
Dog.
parrot, if you don't feed a bird for 3 days, they may be
It
okay.
died.
They can eat the bird feed down there because you just put them down there in some water.
Can't you with
Yeah.
hamsters though?
So y'all need to start with that.
They do.
Remember we had to take a baby doll home?
Yes.
Oh man,
Remember that?
Homework.
I'll take a baby home.
What happened to that?
What happened?
They took it out of there.
They
taught you how to
teaching
cook.
Right.
Yep.
They just
Because
taught
y'all, and listen,
They do it no more. They do it no more.
you.
They would teach you how to sew.
All that.
that too.
Oh, they missed out there.
Mm-hmm.
They missed out there.
That too.
Yeah.
But what happened to that? It's a whole bunch of misinformed effed up in the brains, the household effed up. You just a whole bunch of effed up people just meshing together.
It's the basic essentials that we are missing.
Correct.
We're looking at this.
We need to go back to the 70s.
When we have, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You absolutely.
Because they
right.
laugh at me when I say I'm 48. I'm all, you old school. You're damn right. Because you ain't finna run the game on me.
That's why I don't know how to put air in my tires because I'm back in the 70s.
I'm done. They were building goddamn tires back there, Fred. I'm
For
sorry.
real, boy. You hear me?
They were building tires back there,
Whoa,
Fred. So
for
you
real.
can skip me with that. Because I know how to change the
Yeah,
a tire,
you tripping.
oil change, and all that. You just a city girl.
Right.
City girl ain't no wrong being a city girl.
Hey,
And you got you a country man,
I do.
right?
Yes.
So y'all balance each other.
Mm-hmm.
Where these other leave her alone. Don't leave it. I'm talking about them. I looked at her and I really wanted to cuss my friend out for one time in my life. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes, I would have said yes, friend. Yes.
You know not. You know.
No,
When I say she had a whole melt,
I
the
did.
fuck down.
I was crying and everything. I was
She
mad.
was crying.
I was crying.
We out drinking earlier?
No,
Oh, this is sober.
Yeah.
sober,
Oh no, you sick.
Yeah.
It's so wrong. It's so wrong.
rotten. So her husband got her spoiled. Say, ain't
Yeah, that is.
damn another sir
That
gonna
was-
come along. He
Yeah,
made
yeah,
sure that.
anybody.
Ain't nobody that's wrong her.
Anybody coming along?
Ain't nobody wrong her.
Don't come along.
She's off the market.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it.
Okay, today's word. That's a
Ain't
red
about to deal
flag.
with you.
Today's word. That's a red flag. Today's word. That's a red
Ain't about to
flag.
deal
And
with
so
you.
that's what that's a red flag. I can't
Yeah.
have my time.
All right.
From the outside looking in, for somebody who doesn't know you, is starting to get to know you, learning about you, and asking the questions they think is important.
Right.
Like,
Air tie.
do you know how to put air in a tire?
Like if you know how to
She
air
looks
your
stupid.
tires, a lot of
You're
people
not
don't know how to do,
stupid.
girl.
No, she is too. She's
It's
very
real.
intelligent.
You're very
It's a lot.
smart, but on the surface, if somebody who hasn't gotten to the point to learn you deep enough yet to want to know more, they start thinking, "Why can't you do that? What else can
It ain't
you do?"
no different
If
from a
you
man.
can't put air in your tires, somebody
It
can't.
ain't no different from a man who can't boil a damn egg
Oh, cook rice.
or cook a pot of rice.
I can't cook rice.
Okay?
I can't
Now,
cook rice though.
don't come at me.
But air is different. You know why?
No,
Because
no,
you know why?
That's not
Because guess
it's
what?
not even
Hold
coming.
on.
It's not even coming at her. It's saying that it's balance in her life. She
Yeah,
knows.
perfect balance.
She gonna straight up tell your ass this thing.
Yeah.
If you dealing with me, I don't do laymen.
These right here don't get dirty, but
I don't do
We don't do
that.
that. But if you need me to save your life, I got you.
You don't do
If
that.
you got diabetes, sugar, all that,
I
I
can
got
fix
you. If you
And
need her to
potatoes.
cook
I got you.
every day, she cook damn near every day.
Yes.
Damn near
Yard work?
every Sunday.
Yes.
Yard work, yep, all that, and still look good
Mhm.
when he come home, right? So she ain't fat, out of shape, out of breath, and can't breathe. She, I can't do it today. Right.
You know,
So-
transfer, girl. They can't see the picture.
They gon- So my point is, it's balancing everything, but she's giving you her real self.
Right.
You trying to change her at this point.
That ain't banana.
You trying to change me at this point. It's not. I'm gonna tell you my real self or who I am, what my expectations are, or whatever. You can lie if you want to,
I love you trying to change me. It ain't gonna work. But I would love you to put better.
right? So but
Yeah, they
these
definitely.
on the other spectrum, you have people that don't even communicate. They don't even know what your favorite color is. They really don't give a damn. As long as they're getting what they want from you.
Mine is red. Mine is red. Mine is red. Put it out there. Mine is red. If you can't tell, mine is red. Mine is red.
That's your camera right now.
Yes.
Look at that one.
Mine is red.
Nobody gives a damn over here. Or over here, what's your favorite color?
Mine is red. Yeah, mine is red. You know, mine is red.
So,
So to conclude, because it's 9:15.
yeah, time to go.
It's late, though.
It ain't late.
It's a
It
minute.
is.
It's not
because
bedtime.
you
I'm
just
coming
got-
back in less than 12
you gotta go to
hours.
work.
Let's get it.
Girl,
I gotta go to bed.
I gotta go to a club and turn up in front
And
of
nobody
a
cares with you.
Jeep and turn
So,
up.
like this
anywho,
stuff.
what's the conclusion?
Y'all wanna come?
What's your message to people?
So my message would be communication from the jump. We are so afraid of somebody knowing who we really are.
Yeah.
When they probably just as messed up as you are.
I told somebody
So
the other day.
what I want to end with is when you do communicate, be open and honest and receptive to the communication. That way, changing the narrative starts with you,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And as the other person is communicating the information to, that change starts with you as well to be able to receive what that person is saying. and understand that
You right.
Hey, I get resuscitated. Oh,
Look,
shit,
kids.
don't worry about it. It was just somebody at the door that wanted to die.
yes, right, real
Mhm.
quick. Anyway, and to understand who you really are. I think sometimes we put a mask on because we assume that the other person don't really want to know who we truly are. And so therefore we put on this facade because we thinking this is what that person wants when we really don't know because we never asked. That's my point.
That's a good one.
My point of view come from the state, from the great Burning Man. From what, House Party 3, he'll sit at the table. And he said, kids,
Kerfuffle.
if they don't like you,
Kerfuffle.
that too. All right, at the end of the day,
Go
at the end of the
ahead.
day, I would say learn yourself before you learn somebody else. At the end of the day, learn yourself before you learn somebody else.
Learn yourself before you learn somebody else.
Yeah.
So that includes therapy.
I don't know. A lot of people don't really know themselves. A lot of people are scared to know their real self. Because they might not like what they find.
Jen, you have a
At
conclusion?
the end of the day.
Oh, I was just gonna give everyone the suicide information.
Go ahead.
That's my baby. That's my point.
Listen. Y'all can't have Gina. Gina holds this office together. This whole Tasha's whole life.
I'm going.
Yes.
There's nobody like Gina. Let me tell you, I tried to be Gina for 2 days. Bitch, I'm tired.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Just know. I'm tired.
Oh, it's funny.
For
Let's
those
go.
of you,
Anywho.
for those of you who know anyone or may think you know anyone who needs help and would like to reach the suicide prevention hotline, you can always call the number 988. You're also more than welcome to go to 988lifeline.org and find a contact that works well for you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Gina.
Sounds so professional, don't you?
Listen, you should see if you went around this office, you understand.
The only professional I got
It's
is
only one
last
Gina.
call at the bar.
If you are someone
In
who
this
is
world.
suffering from suicidal ideation,
That's a whole
please
commercial.
call 9.
You know what? I use for my mixtape. Yeah, coming real soon.
You know what?
Oh, you know, that don't. Yeah.
Uh-uh.
There you go.
I mean,
Real
we can't
soon,
cuss
man.
on YouTube. Facebook might filter this out.
Oh, okay,
Get your
so
life
we're done.
together.
We
It's
done.
out. So it's going to be a part 2, and we're going to get some males in here
Yes.
that actually want to talk about life.
Yes. Next week.
Same place, same time. I'm
If
here.
that's you,
That's what I like to hear.
if that's you and you're a male and you want to come on our podcast,
Bye.
y'all have a good night.
Don't send me nothing. I ain't gonna lie. Don't send me nothing.
Send it.
'Cause I
Thank you
don't
guys
check
so
my
much for
inbox. I
joining
don't check
us.
my
We'll see you
Facebook.
next week on YouTube.
'Cause you know, I need somebody to request these. I need somebody